first carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. First down and more, Etienne. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 27-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive line.
Touchdown! Laviska Shenault, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devon Hamilton. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. And they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Lawrence going to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 3. This is complete to Hawkins.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extreme.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
17. Broncos 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Given 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. They'll drop to throw. This one swung out to Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set 90 Wolf.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Hey, Sam on.
Lawrence going to keep it again. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And finally brought down at the 43. 157 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
ETN with it. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go play action now. Lawrence to Shenault on the slant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Laviska Shenault with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just keeping the play alive. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the butt.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there. Right? And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receiver...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's come to 16. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Denver.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Devon Hamilton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
The Jaguars take over. 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
At the 28-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2nd and 4. This is the tight end Fant. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And he's got it.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Oh, some strong running. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Fournette running right. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Check nickel. General West.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
2nd down, back to Fournette.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
36.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a throw here to his running back. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Second down and 5.
61, crash box, light.
Here's a give to Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Lawrence will throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And now here's another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now...